The Australian saltwater crocodile. Largest crocodile in the world. Try and film these within their strike range and you're dead in your tracks. My first movie, Collision Course, truly was history in the making. Firstly, we used two different formats. There was doco mode and movie mode. But the biggest thing for me, the greatest history in the making for me, was using fair income, wild-caught killer crocodiles that were just striking straight at me and Terry trying to kill us. Oh. Let's slip behind the scenes and see how we took on the challenge head on.
Control, sound, camera, marking. All right, people. Action. Gotta keep on rolling. Not enough, gotta get another hit. Do it, baby, gotta get me on your guy.
It took over 77 years for MGM to let anyone muck with their logo. This is the greatest challenge the movies have ever seen. I'm taking the biggest, hardest hitting predators to the big screen. Their venom is highly toxic. You're right, and things drop off. You wouldn't want to take a bite around here. Woo!
We're hoping to find some of the more unlovable of Australia's creatures.
What we got here is the bird-eating spider. Ah! Just kidding. You never know what's out there. This is the greatest blockbuster the world has ever seen.
At 2200 hours, the U.S. satellite was terminated over Australia.
This thing has enough documentation to change the power structure of the entire world.
Here is the collision between my world and the real world.
Australia. Thank God it's a friendly country.
Did you hear that? Can only be poachers. Our job is to relocate the croc into a section of the river where it'll never run into a conflict with poachers again.
The beacon's still moving. They're getting further away.
I nearly got him. Hey! That crocodile nearly got me, Suey.
Well, I think it's time we got what we came for.
These blokes mean business. You've been upsetting my croc. Lucky my wife's such a good driver. What a challenge. Throughout the entirety of the film, I was surrounded by Australia's finest, if not the world's finest, particularly the actors. This is David Wenham, and he's getting foot guards, knee guards and leg guards because the other actors are trained attack dogs. And just to make him hit even harder, he's had scent put on his feet. Here we go. Take one, and the dogs are keen. Just making sure his pads are all in order, because if he gets bitten, these dogs will rip him to the bone, and action! Those dogs are fair dinkum. They're actually trying to bite him, no doubt about it. Worst thing for me with the movie is take one's not good enough. You got to do it over and over again, and you got to hand it to David. These dogs mean business. If he looks worried, it's because he is. And that was the beauty of this film, capturing fair income, real emotion, using real savage dogs.
This is private property, you know. You dirty, rotten, stinking mongrel! Oh, no. Poor Daisy.
Magda Sabansky, my close friend and Australia's leading lady with acting and comedy. She's a legend, but she had to lay down in front of a pack of dogs. We used Vegemite, a family tradition, which is the equivalent of the American peanut butter, and it's called Australian ingenuity. First, the cameras roll, and then the dogs are set free. But being such savage attack dogs, all they're interested in doing is fighting, which really started to scare the whole crew, including Magda. Time and time again, they'd get really naughty, agitated, and aggressive towards each other. It was only a matter of time before someone got hurt. So the whole script had to change. They went again. There was one dog named Sam who was quiet and easy to work with. So we put Vegemite on Magda's face. He came down and licked her just on cue. Woo! Scene accomplished. Great work, Sam.
Good girl. Hey, Magda, thanks for doing that.
And as luck would have it, the director's happy, so we're all happy. One of the best things about Collision Course was the crew. Everyone got on so well. It was all a big bunch of friends, good mates, having a great time. The only time I did get to interact with other actors is during a fight scene. You've been upsetting my truck, mate. I was thinking I'd just go in there and put the biff in. No problem at all. Nah, of course with a movie it's safety first, which meant I actually had to train to fight the other bloke, which was a little difficult, but fun nonetheless.
No, he's up first. Bam, up.
Oh, it took quite a few practices for me to learn or relearn how to fight. Mostly when you get into a fight, you're trying to hurt or take down your opponent.
Keep hold of his arm. Keep hold of his arm, yeah. Because it's, yeah, that's better. That's better. See, then you've got control of each other. You can help each other.
But for the movies, I had to look like I was beating this guy up without actually hurting him.
Don't rush it. Yeah. The biggest that's when
So the stunt coordinator was teaching me the art of fighting without fighting. Lockie Hume was the leading bad guy, and by crikey, he did a good job. And he had to get beefed up with all the protection. His arms, knees, elbows, he even had a cable attaching him to the top of the vehicle just in case there was an accident. It was easy for me. I got great balance and I'm used to climbing cliff faces. But for Lockie, he showed great stamina and balance to put on a great fight on top of the boat, on top of the roof of 2 trucks. And come the day, we were rolling out pretty quick.
Cutting. We sight there and stopping. All good. You got speed.
What an excellent actor. All of my life, I've been jumping or falling out of trees, off rock escarpments, jumping on big crocs, out of the 4-wheel drive, tossing venomous snakes. And I tell you what, you get battered, bruised and busted up virtually every day of my life. Well, nothing changed with the movie.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
No pads, no protection, just a pair of car keys and get into it, Steve-O. Yow! That one hurt. Oh! Oh, that one did hurt. My ribs. Oh, bone on steel. That's gotta hurt. And that boat is so unforgiving. Keep tension on the rope. Doing any more, John?
Yeah, this. Bark off me knee.
The beauty of Crocodile Hunter Collision Course is it's real animals, real mud, and real blood. All mine. I tell you what I got a kick out of. I was asked to operate the camera on a couple of different scenes. I had to follow the Parenti because I was the only one who understood how quick they'd run and their posturing. So me and my best mate Wes had the job of filming the biggest goanna species in Australia. And those sand dunes were hot, really hot. Have a look at me work. Not too bad for a novice. The other posturing that I got to film was crocodiles striking fair smack out of the water trying to kill me. Woo! What a gas. I'm the only bloke in this world that could get these shots. I have to get within strike range of the hardest hitting predator in this world, the Australian saltwater crocodile. And as luck would have it, I knew him back to front and we got the shots. Often, the camera was passing through the jaws of a striking crocodile. Not once, not twice, but dozens of strikes. And working on land was one thing, but then I had to film from inside the boat. Me best mate Wes lures him up. Charlie's not even interested in the food. He sees me in the camera and strikes. I was born and raised a wildlife warrior, put on this planet to defend our precious wildlife. And the pinnacle of my success is this movie. It's full of passion, enthusiasm. You're gonna sweat bullets. You'll have adrenaline pumping through your veins. It's that hot. But come the end of the day, the biggest, greatest, most proud moment for me is the thread of conservation.
Draw sound, camera, market. All right, people. Action.
Keep it rolling.
Gotta keep on rolling.
Camera rolling.
Not enough, gotta get another take. Do it, baby, gotta give me all you got.